have a spray. He could.
Yeah.
Pause.
You know, he could have. He's very good at.
Wait, why you call him my boy and then ball he have a spray?
Speed. Big up the man is a pundit.
How good is he? And it's Cristiano Ronaldo by himself. I don't believe it. That is beyond special. Again and again and again. What about? There's your fairy tale.
Hello folks, we are back. We here with the full squad this time. Joji here.
Joji.
We have Matthew. Big up yourself. You have a whole England squad full later here.
Yeah.
We have Johnny with the Belgian jersey. So I actually asked the fellas since we do that international episode to wear international jerseys. They watched my group message and I didn't listen to them. So we have Skamaka here and we have Benzema here, right? So,
Big strikers.
Big up for yourself.
Yeah.
But it's the first time we have the whole squad on. So this is also our first international episode. This is the first time we're gonna talk about international teams. You'll hear a little bit about our biases because you know who we support on the club side. So it's a little different vibe, right? We're getting into World Cup mode. Look out for our World Cup oriented content. And we're gonna start off with Johnny, what the Nations League?
Well, yeah, the Nations League just passed this weekend. It still has 2 games to go. We're recording this on Sunday, so they still have two game weeks to go. But so far, the action has been quite good. Some have their thoughts that it's a waste of time league. We could probably delve into whether we think it's a waste of time league or not.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I don't watch it.
You
And there's
think-
no
I think it's just UEFA to make more.
yeah. There's no inkling on the World Cup, you know what I mean? Like
I hate Saffron.
Like-
I find he's a criminal.
No, but who?
And
the thing is like, alright, if it was a tournament that you're getting into the World Cup, with,
Yeah.
it had some lead up. Like they could have turned the qualifying into like a little mini cup or something. But
Yeah.
it's just a burn out, man.
I
No.
never
Yeah.
hear the UEFA Nations League trophy get hyped though. I never hear
Yeah.
You hear
Nah,
Ronaldo fans talk about it.
Yes,
Yeah,
CR7
Ronaldo
in
fans
it,
just
bro.
talk about it for sure.
And Benzi when it too. Come on,
Benzi.
go on.
Facts. So
Yeah,
does
but
it?
I personally think it's an interesting tournament because think of it this way: would you rather watch a Nations League game or international friendly?
Yeah.
When those are the two choices,
I get
you
from
kinda-
I get from that aspect, yeah, because
But
it's-
for me, it's like, alright, it's like if you give a child a participation medal.
Yeah,
It's like you're
in a
trying to
sense.
hype something that really isn't
It's
that
like
big
a
of a deal.
conference league,
Yeah.
international.
yeah, it's really just to kind of replace the friendlies. But I mean, I just think right now, leading up to the World Cup, so much games, I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, they could have give people a little
Yeah.
break.
Look how much injuries we getting right now.
Yeah, especially in the Nations League. Look at when come off it in the last week.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like you have to choose. You have to choose like if you want to risk a player for the Nations League, if you personally want to play because then you get injured for club level and World Cup and then
Yeah.
I feel like the decisions overall between Nations League, changing the time of the World Cup, changing the club fixtures and all that is just money oriented. And I don't think they consider the fans or the players as much as they should.
Yeah.
And next
Yeah.
issue I have too is that when the friendlies is to see some of those smaller names getting the call up to try them out,
Yeah.
they actually trying to win the trophy.
Yeah,
you know,
because now
you
it's
know.
a trophy, right?
Yeah,
so I'm only getting
you're
asked.
seeing the same sides, you're seeing the same full sides come out. You're hardly seeing men making the international debut if you really think about it.
Yeah.
And then now there's less friendly, so then less men gonna get each other.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, wouldn't you think that carries form into the World Cup in that sense?
I don't think so.
I mean, what 2 games in the middle of September doing for a World Cup in this
Yeah.
November, December?
I think it's more harm than good.
No harm.
Because for me, I mean, even when you watch friendly form, like in the past for World Cups, right? A lot of time friendly forms have no inkling on how they're gonna perform in the World Cup. When a team actually hits the ground running in the World Cup or like picks up pace or like get a little streak going, usually that's World Cup only.
Yeah, it's true.
Before World Cup and after World Cup, usually the stats don't matter.
It's true. Yeah.
But watch it this way too, right? them European teams just play each other majority of the time. Would you think they rather play a European team that they played already, or they
Or a
rather
new
go
person.
international?
Which is real
Yeah,
smart,
that's a good point.
because there's coaches that watch their group and be like, alright, well, Paraguay just play similar to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So let me set up a friendly
against-
to play somebody with a similar style.
But they have to
instead.
play this UEFA
Correct.
Nations League now,
Yeah.
where they could have played somebody from South America.
Correct.
Or
I agree with you
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with that
no, it's
question.
true.
Yeah.
Alright, so we could just touch on the groups. We could start with League A, Group 1. We have right now Croatia is leading the group. This group also has Denmark, Jogi's team, France, and Austria. So tell us about your team, Jogi. How you think France has performed so far?
How much crutches they have?
Horribly in the Nations League so far. I think the only win was the last game.
Yeah.
But I would bring that win to bring in Fulham Mendy into the side, because he have this ridiculous record of like only 2 losses when he started, and he last like 70 or 80 games or something. But
It is always have that little one random
yeah,
teacher.
one you know. But I think as I told you all before, I do not like Didier Deschamps. There's too much talent in this France squad for him to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But hopefully the talent and the experience of the guys come into play during the World Cup. Croatia, they playing real ball.
Yeah.
You know, they always there. You know, you have Kovacic, you have Brozovic, you have Modric in the middle.
Everyone in the middle.
Yeah.
Just ballers.
I mean Denmark on the day. I think today is the France Denmark game start already, so I want to see what's going on with that. You know, after.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I still have high hopes for France. I still count them in the top 3 going into the World Cup.
Yeah.
So
I mean, realistically, I don't think just because they ain't doing too hot in Nations League, you're going to count them out.
Nah.
I think the injuries is more of a problem than their
Yeah.
form in this competition.
Yeah.
So I guess we wait and see. We have a little time to see who will be
because
back.
Benzema, Pogba, Kante, Lucas Hernandez, Kimpembe out. It's ridiculous.
Of course.
Now the thing though with France is their B squad could probably still win any competition.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's wait and see. We
Yeah.
hope fellas get better because we always want to see the best version of our team. But we go from there. Now, what else we have? Group 2
Group 2, we
with some
have
bowlers.
Portugal leading that group. They put 4 past Czech Republic yesterday. Then they have Spain, Switzerland, and the Czech Republic. So what do you make of that group? I thought Portugal playing some good football, but their coach is way too pragmatic. I think they have too much attacking talent for them to be playing defensive. But I mean, he won a title with them before, so
So
that's
basically
why.
same thing as France.
fluke.
Is he basing
It's
the
the
same
same
thing?
thing as
Yeah,
France.
yeah.
But that title was our fluke title though.
I agree, but
Big up them.
Big up
but
them still.
but yeah.
Portugal have one of the best teams on paper,
Yeah.
but obviously they have a problem with the manager Santos, Deschamps, Southgate, all the same
we'll
practice.
get to Southgate.
They'll come
We'll
leave
get to Southgate.
Wait, what you trying to get to is it has some teams that are real good, but their coaches.
They could play way better football.
Yeah, definitely.
We know Portugal will always have a chance at the World Cup. Let me see if they actually progress to a further stage. But at the moment, I don't trust their manager. Even though they're on top of the group, they have real good players. Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leo, Neves. They have real depth too.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention Christie, yes?
Christy doing all the hard work on top there.
I
See,
mean,
bossy knows.
That's, you know,
Yeah, he played
When
good.
he looks on the line.
He played good yesterday, but obviously we know Christie is not at the level that he once was. But they still have a bomb squad, but I don't really manager, so I don't have high hopes on Portugal for that World Cup.
Now we move on to Spain. What's your thoughts now? This is a very different Spain side, I think, from the past when they win the World Cup and all that. Style of play is a little different and a lot more youth.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, right now what Spain is putting out there doesn't really scare any teams. You see, and like Ferran Torres, Asensio.
Yeah.
I mean, teams are really scared of that. But I mean, Spain is always there. They tend to show up on the big stage. We'll probably see them in the World Cup again. I mean, they had a good run in Euros.
yeah.
But that's a shock to everyone because
Yeah.
I mean, they started off really bad and then they
Played real good football too.
Then they started playing good football and they grew and
Yeah.
started.
I feel like Enrique Barca bias gonna be a
and
A problem.
yeah, because I mean Sergio Ramos looking good so far and Sergio Ramos did not retire.
yeah.
you need that leader in the dressing room.
No, I agree.
Nacho to me has been the best centre back the past 2 years, the best Spanish centre back.
And the man's picking Eric Garcia.
Yeah.
Man picking Eric Garcia, like really, you know. So you have these players. I mean, I could understand Ansu Fati.
Yeah.
He need to pick up that form to get back into the squad.
Facts, yeah.
But and then Iago
Ferran.
Aspas.
You can't make a
Why
case
why
for Ferran.
why
Yeah.
why Iago Aspas can't get the call?
No, I agree with you. The politics in there is a problem. I think to win a World Cup, and you've seen it in the past, especially for the past few recent World Cups, you need a balance with the youth and the experience.
Yeah.
So having players available like Ramos and players that are leaders and winners.
And as much as Pedri, I don't rate Gavi yet. As I find Gavi is do a whole lot of nothing on the field, personally. You have Busquets in the middle who is aging.
Yeah.
So as much as Pedri is going to be there, you have
Yeah.
men like Dani Parejo, Mika Marino, you have these guys, you have Rodri.
Yeah.
So these are the guys who need to, you know.
You need a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels
Because
like you're forcing that Pedri and Gavi.
that Pedri, Gavi.
Yeah,
and
I think
Busquets.
like just it's like a Lampard Gerrard situation, where it's like
But-
just because.
Yeah.
If you look at the game against, I know we're going to kind of
Yeah.
bring in the club, right? But if you look at the game against Barca Bayern, yes, they were doing well, but until a strong presence come in the middle like Goretzka,
To bring it together, yeah.
take over that midfield in that game, and they're gonna get that in
Yeah.
World Cup,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there's teams with destroyers that
Yeah.
just coming to break that partnership
Yeah.
up.
For
I
sure.
agree. So let's see what happens to Spain.
I
Let's
just
see.
find Spain real overloaded in that midfield, but the defense and attack not really stating all that,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion. So,
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, for sure. Any thoughts about Switzerland, Czech Republic, or not really?
No, I have bad memories of Switzerland from the Euros, so.
Without Mbappe,
I mean, I feel for those teams. I mean, they're alright.
they did. I
They-
think
they-
Switzerland could be a dark horse, you know. I think they played well against Spain.
Yeah,
They always strong.
are. They always.
They're always strong. They're always
it's hard to
strong.
beat,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to be.
They're like Atletico Madrid.
yeah.
Now we had the shocker of Nations League so far. In this group, we had England, Germany, Italy, and Hungary.
And guess who on top?
And guess who on top? Hungary. Hungary is on top right now. We all think
And what's
about
their
how
form
where did
is-
Hungary come from?
Is that a win-win, draw-win-win?
Yeah.
Where did this Hungary team? I mean, they played good in the Euros.
Yeah, they
have
yeah.
good players like Sobeschlei, but
And
Yeah.
Adam Salai up on top, you know.
I think Hungary have like the most stable team in that whole group right now. Obviously, Germany is going through a process.
Yeah.
Italy is going through a whole rebuild right now. We have a lot of young players coming through, so it's not our strongest team. And well, England is just a dysfunctional team on the whole right now.
As usual.
Yeah, Gareth Southgate.
So great.
so you think it's more about those other teams having poor form than Hungary?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
good.
I think so. I don't think
So the stability of Hungary will bypass all the BS.
Hungary's system right now is the best system in our group right now. But in terms of players and quality, on paper, is not the best in that group. It's
But,
probably
yeah.
the least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
winning. They get
They-
big up Hungary. Big up
Big up
Hungary.
Hungary.
I guess you could see that a functioning team works better than a dysfunctional team of greats.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
I think
Talk.
Eng-
Italy
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
your platform. You go ahead.
now, well, right now Italy going through a whole rebuild, so
Yeah.
we have a lot of young players playing coming through. We saw Raspadori, Skamaka, all those young guys playing.
You could get up and show them the back edges.
Yeah, well,
I was joking, but yeah.
He had to train this Kamaka.
Yeah.
He had to train him.
so it's a rebuild right now going on with Mancini. We have a lot of young players. He's still playing the veterans like Bonucci, Jorginho, and these guys, but it's a rebuild right now. Hopefully, we make the next World Cup because I don't know how
Now,
long.
do you think, my question is, alright, some of these players, they ain't gonna be there next World Cup, right?
Yeah, men
What's
like,
the point
yeah.
of keeping them chilling there?
Well, men like Bonucci probably wouldn't be the next World Cup,
Yeah.
but I think he's just there because right now it have a lot of
Options.
inexperience in the team, so he probably just playing them. Bonucci could probably make our next Euros, but other than that, he is real inexperienced in the Italian squad right now. And well, we had injuries too with Verratti, Pellegrini, and all those, so he kind of mixed it up. He giving people a chance right now. But I still think it's a rebuild we're going through, and hopefully we come back for that Euros.
And quick question, now
Yeah.
with Italy, do you see a transition with the youth changing their style of play? Any
I actually think the youths coming up are more technical players than the players that
Agreed.
Italy used.
That's why I asked, because I
Yeah.
find it's a different team.
That Italy is not the old Italy where we
Yeah.
park in the bus
Yeah.
and
And bag in one goal or two.
defending passion merchants and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We actually playing very good possession-based football. We have a good midfield. We have men still like Barella, Locatelli,
Yeah.
all them men that actually very good on the ball.
Yeah.
It's not park the bus passion merchants again now, but we actually play going out there to play football, and Mancini is a very good coach for that too.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
so-
respect them too. They're coming off as champions. And
Yeah,
Coming off
so
a,
Euro
even
champions.
yeah, we
Yeah.
Euro champions even though we didn't make
Can't
the
take
World
that
Cup.
from them.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I think Italy going through a very good rebuild right now, and we'll wait and see. Obviously,
In the early stages.
Yeah.
it's
Early
early
stages.
stages, so we'll see. But I think it have a lot of promising
Yeah.
talent in that Italian squad.
Fair enough. Germany. What do you think about Germany so far?
I think it's the same thing. The same rebuild. I feel like they're rebuilding a while now.
Yeah, they've
I
been
would
taking
say
a
so.
while.
I would say
And
so.
then they're losing a lot in the midfield because Cruz retired from the
Yeah.
international squad,
Yeah.
so there's a big loss there.
That's a big loss.
You know, so I think we're gonna have to. But Germany is just be there.
Yeah,
Germany is fine.
You see, the thing about it is like the German youths is just slotting the
Yeah.
senior squad.
Yeah.
So even if the quality might need be there, the system is there.
Yeah.
So I feel like they just get past a little bit of the quality issues by having that
Yeah.
system that they're drilling, you know. Whereas Italy changing their whole style of play. Germany, I mean, has been a team that you could count on to compete.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not always exciting, but there's grind down results and there's make things happen and there's bag one goal when you need it, you know. So big up them. But they are in a big transition. They do have a few small injuries. So let me see. The team is interesting, but
Marco Reus might miss our next
yeah, well that's what I mean.
That man heavy boy. That man heavy.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
team missing all international
Yeah.
tournaments. So sorry for him,
Yeah.
but they should know by now they can't depend on him to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now we go on to the spiciest team.
But for me, England is a team. They struggle with chance creation and they have possession of the ball, but they struggle what to do in that possession. England, for me, they lack a midfielder who could spray around the ball, dictate play, pass around. They have men like Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, but they are not the players to do that. They need somebody in that midfield that could dictate the play. And the injury of Calvin Phillips, which is that is Army's boy, Calvin Phillips is actually a player
Yeah,
that
he for sure.
Fact.
that could actually pass the ball really good.
Fact.
He's a man who was in a Bielsa side that he was the man dictating that play. His defensive attributes aside, Calvin Phillips is a man could have a spray. He could.
Yeah.
Pause.
He could spray the ball.
He could
pass
spray the ball.
Yeah.
You know, he could have. He's very good at.
Wait, why you call him my boy and then ball he have a spray? Tell me.
He could progress the ball really good. He have that pass with him, right?
Yeah, but you know who else could progress ball? Mason Mount.
Boy, Bon Mason Mount, boy. Bon Mason Mount, boy. He not even- but,
Mason should be there.
He
You know
gonna
who else
start.
should be there?
My honest opinion is I think Mason gonna
You
start.
know who I think should be there?
Yeah, James Madison ought to be there.
James
Where is
Maddison, yeah.
He could be a.
Where is he?
But this is a kind of shout too, but I don't know if you'll agree with me. I think one of England's best passers, he may not be the best overall, but John Joe Shelby. No, I really think.
I used to rate Shelby, but I used to rate him.
Yeah, no, I think he's one of the best.
No,
passers.
he good.
In terms of passing alone.
No,
But
He's a good
no.
passer, but oh god.
No, my
man.
question, right?
Oh
My
god,
John Joe-
oh god. It's a much more
I
better
can't remember
player
last
than
time I want to bring up Shelby now.
yeah, probably.
But
It's not like this.
But,
I feel like it's 2010 or something.
Swansea. Alright, so my question with England,
Yes.
right? Is England in the same situation they were back in the day with their Gerrard, Beckham, where they have a set of stars that they can't mesh together, or is it a different issue?
I do think. I think if it was a different manager,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
could have
They
meshed
could-
together.
they
I
could
don't
get-
think it's that problem. I think it's more of a problem with Southgate finding a balance in that team.
Yeah.
I really think they need they need to add a midfielder in that. It can't be no there can't be no double pivot alone with Rice and Bellingham, because Rice and Bellingham are not passers, they're ball carriers.
No question again with that. It's like, alright, cool. Again, when some coaches or managers trying to appease the fans, I mean, English fans are probably one of the toughest to appease, right?
Yeah.
And they have a side on paper that's wet, you know, this man needs again. We need to, the Man U supporters, the Chelsea supporters, the City supporters, the Liverpool, you know, whatever. And then they end up choosing a team that's not really the team they wanted, or they want to play, or the type of football they want to play. That's an issue I see with England forever.
But the thing is, what's surprising about that is Southgate doesn't care about what club you play for.
No, I understand that, but it's still big names. It's
of
still
course,
big personalities.
Of course, but looking back at the Euros, everyone was calling for Grealish to play, and he was only coming on as a sub, which was surprising.
Everybody was calling for Sancho too.
Yeah, it's true. So I mean, Southgate doesn't really take that on, but at the same time, he just has to go. I don't know. He just like his
now,
time
who
is spent
you
with
think should
England.
come in?
I was thinking Potter could take over for him, but of course he's come Chelsea now.
Yeah.
So I would say somebody like Eddie Howe. Or
I actually have a real good suggestion, you know.
Let me hear.
I think Mark Goldbridge should be England manager. I'm joking, but
He will start, shall we?
Chunks in the middle.
Chunks. Speed.
or speed nationality.
Speed from
From the States, I think.
yeah. But on a real, Eddie Howe is a good shout, but right now we have a good project with Newcastle going.
Yeah.
I think the best shout was Graham Potter though.
Yeah,
Graham
yeah,
Potter
Potter
could
was-
have
Yeah.
transformed that English team.
So now that they out too.
Well, I think he will get the World Cup at his last chance, and if he doesn't perform in our World Cup, they will probably sack him. I think they have that. If it's one thing that England FA have real trust in Southgate,
Yeah, they do.
they love him.
They do.
And to be fair, even though
He has performed in
he
previous
has
tournaments.
performed, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Everything aside, he reached the semi-finals of the last World Cup and he
Yeah,
reached the finals of the
finals.
Euros. He was one penalty kick away from winning everything.
Yeah. No,
That's
he
true.
makes it happen. At the end of the day, there's some managers that I don't know. They,
But then it turns back to the same situation with the Champs.
Yeah,
and
he
Prague,
have a World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
Is
once you win
Nations
something, they
League.
retain you for so long
Yeah.
that it just becomes spent. Like we saw this with Joachim Low as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They kept him for so long. So
Yeah.
But you can't keep.
He was
I
thinking
mean,
he
that's
was
a real good
alright,
example, and it just end up getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
You don't know when your time up.
Yeah.
But
You know.
and again, the style of play and everything. Remember, when you lose, right? Like, alright, a team that get knocked out, they're trying to figure out how to change. When you win, you feel like you don't want to
Yeah,
change
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah.
So then teams come in and blowing past you while
Yeah.
you need the little progression. You
Yeah,
know?
it's true.
But I have a suggested team for Southgate if you want to hear it.
sure, before we touch on that, one thing I would say is England never really hire a foreign coach to
Agreed.
coach their team. I
That's
think
not
that's what
happening.
always holds them back.
That's
Agreed.
that's
I
facts,
agree with
yeah.
Because when you look at the past Champions League winners, which one is English?
Correct. Correct.
Are there any? I don't think.
Correct.
Probably have to go
They
back
don't have
to
Correct.
quite
No.
to 1950
Yeah.
something to
Yeah.
get an English
Yeah,
coach that
correct.
won
They
something.
don't have a big pool of good managers.
Even Premier League. Who was the last English
Actual
coach
English, I
to
don't
win
even know.
Premier League?
Boy, that very last.
Because
I
even if you
think-
go back, like,
I would
Fergie's
think
Scottish, like, it's not even
Spurs or
English.
somebody like that. I don't know.
Who
We
is
don't
the
know.
last manager?
English manager to win the
That's
Premier
a
League.
good factor.
Google it. Let me see. That's a real good one.
Any guesses? I would think Bobby, the fella who was the Manu, Bobby Robson.
That's a real
Last
long
English
brother, man.
manager to win
Or
the league.
Is either that or
Last English manager to win. Right, to win the Premier League. Well,
what it is. Howard
Howard
Wilkinson.
brother.
Wow. Who you win with?
Who did he win that? Do you fancy? Yes.
Click the wiki. Yeah, guys, you check in Wikipedia.
A little
He's
intermission
not
to find
even,
out.
he didn't even win the Premier League. He's the last English man to win the top flight of England.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that
that's
was
not
pre.
even
so
That was
then-
pre-Premier
Yeah.
League era. That's
Top
Leeds.
flight in England.
No, prototype academy. No.
No.
Look how hard it is to look up this.
Yeah.
Sheffield born.
They could tell us who he won it.
Yeah, we tried. Sorry, we were just.
Is it?
Leeds
I
United.
just seen her
I think
Leeds.
it's Leeds, you know.
Look at next website. That one not real info.
No, but even so,
I feel
let's
it's
say-
Leeds, yeah.
yeah.
I think it's Leeds.
No English manager actually won the
The Premier
the
League.
Premier League.
No, because that's.
Alright, well that brings up that just
Look.
certified our
Domestic
personal
trophy.
awards.
League titles,
Leeds.
So yeah, he won it in
1992.
1992.
Yeah.
That was back when
Well,
Fernando was playing with us,
92.
Yeah, nice.
So that would have been right before they convert to
Convert to
Premier League.
Premier League, correct.
Yeah, because they say only 9 managers won it since 92. Ferguson, Wenger, Mourinho, Pep, Klopp, Kenny Dalglish. But that, he's
He's
Scottish.
Yeah, there's no
Conte.
English.
So that's our point. That's our moral of the story.
It had
English
no good
managers.
English.
We back it
So,
up. We back it up.
So we back to England. What we suggesting is that they should try a manager that is not English, just to
Yeah.
change the vibe, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it seems to bring success if you have an international quiz.
Alright, so you could go ahead and run through your team
Oh,
quick.
well, so good.
Real quick.
If you
Real
want
quick.
some advice from a up and coming football manager here, I'm just kidding, but there we go. First of all, I would put Nick Pope in goal. I think he's England's best keeper. He played Friday. I think he's.
Not Pickford, boy?
I Pickford is a madman, boy.
I see an article that they say they want to buy Pickford and to replace them.
Nah. The thing with Pickford is he performs in international
Yeah.
for England, but I would pick Nick Pope. I just think he's the better keeper.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now, at first centre back, I'll go with Tomori. I think he's actually England's best defender right now. Tomori is playing really good for AC Milan. I'll go with Tomori. As sticking with the back three system. That might be controversial, but it has led England to a semi-finals and a finals. I'll go with John Stones. I think he's England's best ball-playing centre-back. And this is going to be the controversial one. And
Alright.
Men call it
Alright.
men call it for his head.
Alright.
But I think Harry Maguire should retain his place in England. I think he's the least of their problem, and he's been England's best defender in the last 2 major tournaments. So I will keep Maguire.
Yeah,
in
no,
that
as a
back
man
three.
that hate Harry for United, the reality is in a three in the
plays
back
good.
system,
He plays
could work.
Yeah.
Don't say
Because
you
you
want
have
to put
players.
Ben White.
Nah,
No,
nah.
Ben White in
Maybe-
some good form, but I'm not putting Ben White though.
Nah, it's a-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talking banter with
Yeah.
someone, we had a discussion about who to pick. But
Yeah.
I think Maguire, he's a shout though. He's been playing.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's a
good.
shot,
He's a
yeah.
good. I think Connor
But I still
Cody.
think it's risky.
Yeah, Connor Cody in our back three does perform real good. They have a lot, but that's my back threes.
Yeah.
Tomori, Stones, and Maguire.
Yeah, you can't find
Tomorrow
more
is
on
good.
the international
Tomori, Stone.
Continue.
For the wing backs, I think England's best wing backs is Rhys James and Ben Chilwell. Rhys James, people had the debate with Trent or Rhys James, but Rhys James is more solid defensively.
right.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, yeah. So Rhys James and Ben Chilwell, big up the Chelsea
wing
man.
backs.
Then I'll go with a midfield 3 instead of a midfield 2. I'll go with Rice, Bellingham, and I'll go with Phil Foden in the midfield instead of on the wing. I think Phil Foden could provide that chance creation that England desperately needs. And he will be a very good progressive passer of the ball in that midfield, and he could help them take the ball from the defense to the midfield to the front line. And Pep always said that Phil Foden he could see him as a number 8. So I'll put Foden in the midfield, and then I'll go with a front 2. I think Harry Kane's best attribute is dropping back and playing in a runner in behind. So I'll go with Marcus Rashford up front. And that's my England lineup there. It could be Marcus Rashford or Tammy, because Tammy's our next good runner too. I don't think Sterling is a good runner. Sterling is lose the ball. And Sterling.
no room for Saka as well too.
Saka is a shout, but I don't think Saka is a
Striker.
direct runner.
Yeah, well, if you have 2 up top, it's kind of tough.
But Saka is a man you could bring on.
Saka is
to
a
run
man
at
you could bring on,
ends.
yeah. But I'll go with Marcus Rashford with Kane up top, and Kane could play in. Because if you do have a runner with Kane, Kane could be a box striker too, but the way England creating chances right now, Kane needs
You
to
need
help.
somebody to
Kane
drop
needs
back.
to help with the chance creation too. So I think Kane and Rashford.
I
could
think
be
I think
a good combo.
I think I like Tammy for more than Rashford right now, to be honest.
I don't mind that. Tammy's a good runner.
Yeah.
Tammy's a
Tony's
good.
a shout as
Yeah,
well. too.
correct.
Tony
Ivan
needs
Toney,
to inform.
yeah.
Ivan Toney, but just Tammy not in form right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not informed.
Yeah.
But he
But I mean,
playing
it's
now,
a-
boy.
He did, yeah.
he
You know we
did.
could break.
Rashford is our man right now. You know.
Yeah, know what's going on. But
Yeah.
Rashford could be very good with a Kane,
Yeah.
because Kane could be playing in that man. The thing is the clinical part with Rashford.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
When he will get the chances,
He
if
will
he
get the
can't score.
chances, yeah.
So then, Tony. Alright, continue.
Ivan Toney.
The thing is, I would like to see how Kane and Tony work, but Tony I wouldn't say is a runner like Rashford.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
So
fair.
all they get
So
the
that was-
England breakdown by
The Loum
Come on.
exclusive. Loum
Yeah.
exclusive.
the Loum exclusive.
England
Loum exclusive.
Nah. I just a fan, a football fan. I ain't no
That
pundit.
might be a new little short.
Yeah,
Loum
Loum
exclusive.
exclusive.
I ain't no pundit 868.
Jeez.
Whoa. That was
Moving on. Group 4.
That does my
We
brethren.
have
Now he's my brethren too. Yeah, I just big him up there.
Group
You
4.
kind of fuck him up. Man.
Group 4. Alright, fellas. Group 4. Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, and Wales. Right now, Netherlands on top. We could touch on Netherlands and Belgium.
Wait. Oh, alright.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Netherlands. What do you think about Netherlands? Pundit.
We got pundit 868 dog. You can come in. You can come in the podcast.
You don't watch me yet. Pundit.
We're making this awkward as we go.
Yeah.
But
But
we gotta cut all this.
big up the man is a pundit.
Alright.
Netherlands, yes, Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, I think they're in a really good form with under Van Gaal. I think they're in a really good form under Van Gaal. They have a nice little thing going for them. They have a lot of talent. They have Malasia, young talent, Malasia, Yuri and Timber. Frankie, you could consider, he's not like real young, but he's like 20. Frankie, they have a lot of good talent.
Gapco.
Gapco
Yeah,
is a really good player. He's getting a lot of goals these days. I think Netherlands has some going for them. I wouldn't put them to like win the World Cup, but I feel they could reach far because Van Gaal does get some out of them, man. So yeah, that's
Yeah, I
my
would
thought.
agree. And I think they were unlucky in Euros to get a red card against Czech Republic.
Czech Republic,
They
yeah.
definitely went further than they did. And we'll see how this new team looks.
They're playing some good football. If I'll give that one, they're playing
It's-
real good
it's-
football.
Yeah, that big Verge you have on each up there? Is a
Yeah, Big Verge on top.
It's big
And
one.
Mason Mount, you know.
It's Big Verge
Big
first
Verge.
international
I mean, you could argue
tournament.
Netherlands probably have the best backline in international football right now.
Yeah.
With Van Dijk, then you have
On paper.
Humphries.
On paper.
I feel,
And
yeah.
De Vrij.
But
Yeah.
the way they is play though, it is Harlem. They could concede a lot to it because
Yeah.
they play flicking.
They're real open.
Yeah, they're real open. But
Open.
they playing real beautiful football under Van
Big
Gaal.
Verge just run away from the ball.
Yeah, well, Big Verge is a fraud.
Once you have Big Verge, or
And you have any back the aura
Yeah.
defenders.
It's not, it's not ultimate team.
once you have his aura, you good.
Yeah.
Alright.
But, yeah.
So yeah, Netherlands look decent. Belgium is the team to watch.
Well, use him, man. Let me hear you.
Let me
What's
hear
your
you.
thoughts?
I mean, I think Martinez is a fraud, but I think
Oh shit.
Anybody here like the managers of their team?
I don't think so. I don't think
You like Mancini?
I like Mancini. I would say that.
Yeah, he good.
Yeah.
No, I never liked Martinez. I actually thought he might do well in Euros, but I mean, they didn't do as good as I
Who
hoped.
knocked you out again?
Italy knocked us out. I mean,
And
we
France
still,
knocked
we
them
still
out of the
did good,
World
but at the same time, it was Martinez again who shot us in the foot. But they still have a good team. They still have players like Lukaku, and they have young players like Doku.
Wait, you now rate of Lukaku after what we talk about. After the man, all kind of bad things he want. All kind of
Hazard.
how much of things he wanted to happen to Lukaku the other day.
He call him a cockroach. He call him a
Yeah, call him a cockroach, all kind of thing.
We're in international mode right now.
Yeah.
So I had to be biased and say he's a good player.
Alright.
Don't mind he do all that shit with Chelsea. He's a good player still. And they have men like Doku, they have Onana, who looks like a monster in midfield.
Yeah.
Hopefully Romeo Lavia will be back because he's playing like a monster for Southampton. I mean, they have a good squad, it's just the defense always is lacking. But Courtois could save them. We saw what he did for Real in the Champions League. Hopefully he could do that for Belgium as well. And I hope they do well. And I hope Martinez gets sacked at the same time.
You be doing.
When you went sacked before World Cup, what?
When you woke up
Nah,
and
I
get
think it's
sacked,
too soon. I hope they would have sacked him after the Euros to bring in somebody.
Shucks.
But the thing with international football is they don't have the funds to bring in the top man.
But you
top
think
coaches.
Belgium will reach far in the World Cup or no?
I think they could, yeah. I think they have the
Could they
pieces
win?
in place.
Because
I don't think they could win.
Yeah.
I think they will be a quarter-finalist.
Because this is like the last of the golden generation.
Yeah.
Eh? This is the last straw of them, you know.
Yeah.
People say Euros was it, but
Yeah.
obviously.
It's still, yeah,
I
it's still,
mentioned
yeah.
all those players. I forget De Bruyne and Hazard.
Well,
Yeah, well, they set in stone.
Big
Bottom-
Bottom, Big Bottom Hazard.
was.
I just call him the Hamburglar.
We are editing this episode, dog.
We could go with the Hamburglar.
Hamburg. but you think Hazard could perform in our World Cup? I know you're a Real Madrid fan. You see him week in, week out.
I saw
Sometimes you just see him.
he's looked good with Belgium because I think his role in the Belgium team is a bit different as opposed to with Madrid. He came on, he had a real good game with Madrid about 2-3 weeks ago, but then the next game popped on again, which is what we are accustomed to seeing.
Yeah.
This is not the same Hazard. He don't run at man. He do everything else. He get turn, pass back. You know.
Yeah.
He available for the 1-2s, but he's not the same Hazard. So
I agree.
as a Real Madrid player, I don't see him making an impact. But when he goes off to Belgium, he does have that little extra spark. I guess it's because again.
And some people, some players,
National
when they're in their
pride.
country, they just
Yeah.
Pride
ball
is
out.
Be different.
Yeah.
International merchants.
But
I actually like that one.
but I still think what he could have given, 3-4 years ago.
Different.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
Now my question, we're only talking about European countries.
No, we could touch on other countries. We had international friendlies as well. Brazil hit.
Well, yeah, because I wear a jersey that's not in
But
Europe now, boy.
No, well, to me right
show
now,
me a little love now, boy.
Yeah.
that's the
I
team
mean,
to
we
beat
can
right
say
now.
team.
Yeah, that's the team to beat right now.
World Cup?
I think they could.
Yeah.
I mean, something that's interesting that I think people didn't really consider yet is, yes, we have ballers and we have this. Qatar is Qatar, right? And like, yes, the stadium's built and they're trying to have like AC and this, that, and the other. Like, you need teams that can sweat.
Yeah.
So let me
Facts.
see
That's a
let
good
me see
point.
what's going on. A lot of times, like when they have World Cups in specific locations, like teams have to train for that,
Yeah.
like high altitude or heat and this, that, and the other. Like I think the Brazilians could play in plenty conditions, and I feel like they might be able to outrun some of the teams.
Yeah.
So in addition to their talent, I think there's plenty things that have them tipped. We have the next monsters in Argentina from South America. I feel like South American sides for this World Cup might be hot.
Well,
Yeah.
So
literally hot.
yeah, well,
I think Argentina will win it all. I think
Yeah.
Messi is finally gonna
you think so?
win it too.
And I like how Argentina are looking, but I will always tip Brazil over Argentina.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference.
Yeah.
Yes, Messi is Messi, and I think he deserves a World Cup. However, it don't come so easy.
No.
Look like Ronaldo. I mean, he ain't getting that. So
Yeah.
I think honestly, Brazil is my. And I guess we could segue into this. We'll touch on the friendlies, but like, who do you think is your team to watch? This is not your World Cup prediction. We'll get to that closer because
Yeah.
they have injuries, etc. But Brazil for me is my team to watch, and the ones I think will be the strongest. Who's yours?
Argentina, I think they're gonna win
Argentina?
it. Yeah, I think they're gonna win it.
I would actually have to agree with Jonathan. I think Argentina, they're on an unbeaten streak or what?
Real games.
Full something.
Boy, I just think
Yeah.
Argentina,
They're different right now.
in terms of a team right now, is not back in the how they always used to depend on Messi. Messi
Yeah.
was, they actually have a team right now and they're playing real good as a unit. So I would think Argentina would be my favorite to win that World Cup.
Joji.
For me, it's Brazil. As much as is Messi, as much as the Argentine team won the Copa
Yeah.
America, I still think Brazil was a better side throughout that tournament. I think going in the way Neymar performing.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up. I mean, I think Neymar have a point of proof.
Yeah, because even we saying Messi, right?
Yeah. At this level
But
right now,
Neymar doing what he's supposed to be doing, what he should have been
look at the
doing all the
numbers.
years.
Yeah.
Then you have Vinny helping him
Yeah.
out. You have Richarlison, you have Anthony, you have Rafinha. I mean, and I actually have players.
And
in
he
the
is the
middle.
leader now, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
when you look at it, as much as Neymar was the young boy, now he is the
And he acting like the leader.
He is
you
the
know.
leader right now, and I think he has a little vendetta, and which is help.
Yeah.
It is help.
Yeah.
So
So-
let's see.
I think Brazil, apart from my team, what I looking at, Brazil is the next team to watch.
Yeah.
The only other team that I scared of.
Yeah.
You see Neymar pre-sister form, that's a different thing.
Yo, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Neymar
Love
pre-sister.
it.
Nah, serious though. Neymar
Yo,
pre-sister form is
Love it.
different, boy.
love it.
Three sister birthday party.
No.
Let's go and
pre-sister
shit.
No.
birthday party.
Yeah,
No, but- no,
he
but-
come on with a vengeance.
No, who's the best player in the world right now? Yo, in terms of form, I would say Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah,
Probably,
I
yeah,
agree.
I would say
Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-sister.
Pre-sister form,
Yeah.
real stink right
Well,
now.
there was some FC jerseys with Neymar pre-sister form.
But yeah, I totally agree with you. In
Yeah.
terms of on paper, I think Brazil has the best team on
Yeah.
paper. The only criticism I will have is probably the fullbacks. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
whole team is stink.
Yeah.
The wingers, they have Vinny, Neymar, Anthony. They didn't even pick Jesus.
Yeah.
They didn't even pick Jesus. The
It's
mid-
all Martinelli.
Yeah.
Rodrigo too.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, the midfield is stacked.
Rafinha.
The midfield is stacked. Two world-class keepers in Alisson, Ederson, good
Yeah.
centre backs.
Yeah, the stack.
Brazil
the
is
stack,
very stacked. So
the stack.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't really coach.
But you see what they could do now.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing, the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a little shaky.
Now I feel their talent could pull them through a little bit,
The
but
talent is there.
yeah.
And you have Bruno and Casemiro in the middle.
Correct.
You have
out
Lucas
of,
Paqueta, you
out of
know.
all the coaches we don't rate, I'll probably rate him higher than Southgate.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, Scaloni is the man right now.
Scaloni is a very good coach. Yeah.
It's 34 unbeaten. How much Italy made?
It was 42 or something, right?
Italy made how much?
About,
42.
I don't know
I
if they included friendlies. too.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah,
about
yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 40 something.
It
So
was only
yeah,
friendlies,
Argentina nearing that record after
Yeah.
they beat Honduras.
Yeah.
So
But so they counted Argentina's friendlies too.
yeah,
Yeah.
34.
Well, yeah, so it's 40 something.
Now again, we will do more in-depth World Cup analysis. We just wanted to really introduce the international scope into Project Patois FC on our show.
For sure.
Anything else you want to run through before? That was mainly it for
Yeah,
our
I
first
think that's-
international episode.
Yeah.
Now look out for all the World Cup oriented content. We'll be doing World Cup edition, scout selections, kit corners. Our lives will be more in tune with that. I think we're gonna shift over. We are also getting a TV, so we have like little watch alongs in the store. So come down to Project Patois Laboratory. This is in Sutton Street, San Fernando. Come and vibe. We have our collectibles. Big up Matthew. He just pick up some cards there. Tell them where you get.
I got a Pedri and a Yuri and Timber. I think two of these players have. They,
We got you before.
no, I mean they could state something in the World Cup. Hopefully one of them.
So, yeah, right. How you gonna feel when Pedri playing in MLS next 2 seasons?
Nah. Nah, I think Pedri is probably one of the best young
Is he golden boy?
midfielders.
Yeah, I rate him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like, we hope one of these cards skyrocket in value.
Right? And I might buy back from you.
You never know.
But yes, so thank you for tuning in. Keep in the loop on all our social media. We have Matthew working hard on these reels and on the TikToks. We have Johnny doing all the scout selections, the kit corners, that vibe. We have Joji and I that just bounce around and help out the squad. We do everything. But look out for the content, and we'd like to know what you want to see. Tell us your predictions. Next episode we'll get in depth. We'll do like some power rankings. We'll go into like our actual predictions.
Predictions for each group.
Each
for
group,
each-
yeah, correct. So we'll get into that. But thank you for tuning in. We shall see you next time.
Remember to like, subscribe,
Share.
and
Share, comment.
Share, comment.
Yeah.
Everything.
Thank you.
Name our pre-sister.
Thank you. Thank you.